So, good morning, everyone. My name is Ayush Gupta, and I teach mathematics to class 11th and 12th students. Basically, I'm code medalist from NIT Jaipur in MSc Mathematics. So, let's start our today's lecture. So, today we will see what is the meaning of quadratic equation, and then we will see how you can find the roots of a quadratic equation. And with the help of these roots, we will see what is the sum of roots, product of roots, and difference of roots. And then we will see a concept of Newton's identity, जिस पर कि हमारे पास एग्जाम में क्वेश्चंस बन जाते हैं. And then with the help of these concepts, we will see the PYQs of JEE examination. So now let's solve the first heading, that is quadratic equation. What is quadratic equation? So we can say an equation if we have an equation of the form, suppose if we have ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, and where a is non-zero. What is a? A is the coefficient of x square. If it is non-zero and all the coefficients like a, b, c are my real numbers, then such type of equations are called quadratic equations. Yeah, such type of equations are basically quadratic. So in this type of equations, what we can say, the x power, highest power is 2. So whenever we have any equation which has degree 2, so that type of equations are called as quadratic equations. For example, let's suppose if I have taken any example like 2x square plus 3x plus 5 is equals to 0. It is a quadratic equation because it has degree 2 and all are my real numbers here. Then if I have taken any other example, suppose 7x square plus root 3x plus 5 is equals to 0. It is also a quadratic equation because it is a degree 2 and all my constants are real numbers. Clear? Now let's write down the next heading, that is roots. So how you can find the roots of a quadratic equation? So let's suppose if I have a quadratic equation like this, ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where coefficient of x square, that is a non-zero. So if a is non-zero and I'm taking a as a common, so what we get? We get x square plus b upon a times x, and then I'm taking some space here and then writing plus c upon a equals to 0. So why we have taken this space? Let's see. हम यहाँ पे क्या करना चाहते हैं? We want to make the perfect square. So what we do? We will multiply 2 and divide by 2 in the coefficient of x, and then what we get here? We get b upon 2a. So what we do? We do the square of this term, that is b upon 2a, and add this term, subtract this term. So what is the benefit of it? Let's see. जैसे ही हमने इसको ऐड एंड सब्सट्रैक्ट किया तो यहाँ से मुझे क्या मिल गया? दैट इज a square plus 2ab plus b square. It is a formula here, so I can apply this formula. So we get here, that is a times, it is a perfect square, so it becomes x plus b upon 2a whole square. And now here it becomes minus b upon 2a whole square plus c upon a, which is equals to 0. And since we can say that since a is non-zero, so I can divide this a to here. So what we get, if I divide this, then this term will be cancelled out here. So now what we have to do? We have to take this part to this side. So what we get here? Let's see. So from here we are getting x plus b upon 2a whole square is equals to, that is b square upon 4a square minus c upon a. So let's solve this. So we are getting x plus b upon 2a is equals to, because यहाँ पे स्क्वायर था तो ये हो जाएगा मेरे पास स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ, नाउ आई एम टेकिंग द एलसीएम ऑफ दिस becomes 4a square, here it becomes b square minus 4ac. Clear? And because it is a square root, so I am taking plus and negative sign here. From here what we get? The value of x, it is minus b upon 2a प्लस माइनस, एंड अगर मैं यहाँ पर 4a स्क्वायर को स्क्वायर रूट के बाहर लेता हूँ, सो व्हाट इट बिकम्स, इट इज 2a. सो फ्रॉम हियर वी कैन राइट इट इज द स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Clear? Now 2a will be common in both, so I can take the LCM of this. So we get the value of x, which is minus b upon 2a, so it is minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Clear? So these are basically the roots of the quadratic equation. And if I see, then we are getting two values here, one for plus and another for minus. So let's suppose if I have taken the roots alpha and beta, so what we can write, let's suppose alpha is a root, so I'm taking it minus b plus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and another root is beta. Let's suppose beta I'm taking is minus b minus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2. Here these are called the roots of our quadratic equation. Clear? And basically this formula is called as the Sridharacharya formula in the quadratic equations. Okay, so now we will see what is the sum of roots. Let's suppose if I want to calculate the sum of roots, तो एक्चुअली व्हाट वी वांट अल्फा प्लस बीटा. तो अगर मुझे यहाँ पर अल्फा प्लस बीटा करना है तो मैं क्या करूँगा, इन दोनों टर्म्स को ऐड करता हूँ. तो जैसे ही हम इन दोनों टर्म्स को ऐड करेंगे सो वी विल सी दैट दिस प्लस माइनस टर्म विल बी कैंसल्ड आउट. जैसे ही ये हमारे पास कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा, मुझे क्या मिल रहा है, मुझे यहाँ से मिल रहा है माइनस बी एंड माइनस बी. सो दिस वैल्यू becomes minus 2b divided by 2a. So 2 will be cancelled out. So from here what we are getting, that alpha plus beta is always equals to minus b by a. Here it is a formula of sum of roots. Now we will see the product of roots. What is the product of roots? Basically we want to find alpha into beta. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पर इन दोनों रूट्स को यहाँ पर मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ, so what we get, let's see. If I have multiplied these things, so we get here minus b. Suppose I am taking minus as a common. Clear? मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया, मैंने इस पूरे टर्म में से माइनस कॉमन कर लिया और इस पूरे टर्म में से भी माइनस कॉमन कर लिया. सो व्हाट वी गेट, बिकॉज आफ्टर मल्टीप्लिकेशन माइनस माइनस विल बी पॉजिटिव, सो हियर वी गेट b माइनस रूट b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac divided by 2a multiplied by, it is b plus root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, because minus मैंने कॉमन कर लिया and minus minus becomes plus. So now what it becomes, it is the a minus b and it is a plus b. So a minus b will be a square minus b square. So it is b square minus, and it becomes square root will be cancelled out. So that's why b square minus 4ac divided by, now 2a multiplied by 2a, it is 4a square. So from here what we are getting, b square minus b square plus 4ac divided by 4a square. So b square will be cancelled out. So from here we get, it is 4ac upon 4a square. So that is equals to c upon a, which is alpha into beta. Here the product of roots formula will be c upon a. And similarly if I want the difference of roots, let's suppose if I want the difference of roots, then how we can calculate the difference of roots? Let's suppose if I have two roots alpha and beta, clear, and if I want to differentiate, means I want to calculate the difference, so I can write alpha minus beta. And for example if I see here, some student can say that कि सर मुझे यहाँ पर सपोज इसको मुझे बीटा लेना है और इसे मुझे अल्फा लेना है, उस केस में क्या करेंगे, उस केस में तो इसकी वैल्यू हमारे पास नेगेटिव आ जाएगी, अल्फा माइनस बीटा. सो हम यहाँ पे क्या करते हैं, हम यहाँ पर इसका एक मॉडुलस वैल्यू ले लेते हैं. So that's why we are always getting a unique value here. So what will be the modulus value of this? Let's see. If I differentiate it, then what we get, if I do the negative of this, then this becomes positive, this becomes positive. So actually the first value will be cancelled out, so we are getting only the second value. So the difference will occur, it is the modulus value of 2 times square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Clear? And this 2 will be cancelled out. So from here what we are getting, it is mod of square root of b square minus 4ac divided by a. And because we know that it is the square root value and this value is always greater than 0, it is always positive, so that's why I can remove mod from the numerator. So this becomes square root of b square minus 4ac divided by mod a. Clear? And this is nothing but the formula of the difference of roots. And basically from here I can say that we also have a concept of discriminant here. Let's suppose if I explain you what is the discriminant, it is the capital D, which is defined as, it is actually b square minus 4ac. And what it works, how it works, basically it gives me the nature of roots. How we can uh, see this? Let's suppose it has three cases. If we have d which is greater than 0, then we will say that whatever roots we have, alpha and beta, so alpha and beta are distinct and they are real. And if we have, suppose d is equals to 0, then in that case what happened? Alpha will be equals to beta and alpha beta are real numbers. And if we have third case, like if we have the discriminant negative, then in this case no real value exists, यानी कि हमारे पास जो भी अल्फा बीटा आएगा वो हमारे पास कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर से आएगा, they are not real. Okay, so with the help of this concept, now we will see one more concept we have, that is the Newton's identity, and then we will solve the PYQs. So Newton's identity. So what it says, let's suppose if you have any quadratic equation, like let if we have any quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, where definitely we can assuming here that a is non-zero, is a quadratic, is a quadratic equation, and we are also assuming alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation, roots of this quadratic equation. Clear? Then in this case, if we have defined a variable, let's suppose if we have defined Sn, and what is Sn? Sn is a relation between alpha and beta. तो मैंने Sn को कैसे डिफाइन किया? Sn is nothing but alpha power n plus beta power n, and suppose if I have taken negative value, then also it is true. And similarly, if I have taken some constant here, like if I have taken p and here I have taken q, so what is p and q here? P and q are constants. क्लियर? तो अगर मेरे पास कोई भी क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है और उस क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन के रूट्स हमारे पास अल्फा बीटा है, और अगर मैं अल्फा एंड बीटा की हेल्प से कोई रिलेशन डिफाइन करता हूँ Sn, जहाँ पर मैं अल्फा एंड बीटा में कांस्टेंट से मल्टीप्लाई भी कर सकता हूँ, आई कैन टेक प्लस एंड नेगेटिव वैल्यूज हियर, देन दिस Sn विल वर्क हियर. कैसे वर्क करता है? लेट्स सी. तो न्यूटन्स ने क्या आइडेंटिटी दी थी? देन इन दिस केस व्हाट रिलेशन ऑलवेज ट्रू? a times, see what I'm doing, this is our quadratic equation, so I am replacing x square with the help of Sn. So what we get, it is a times Sn, then it is plus, what is the next thing? It is b. So with the help of b, and then it is the coefficient of x, so here we will write Sn minus 1, and then it is c, so here we will write c, and then we will write Sn minus 2, which is equals to 0. This relation always holds. It is always a true relation. Clear? So this is called the Newton's identity. Now we will solve the PYQs on the basis of these concepts. So let's see the question number 1. Okay. So this question has been asked in JEE Main 2023 question examination. In this question it is given that alpha beta are real numbers and let alpha beta be the roots of the equation this. Okay, so whatever the equation we have, let's see the equation solution. So we have basically x square plus 60 power 1 by 4 x plus a is equals to 0. It is a quadratic equation we have, and we have a relation with alpha power 4 plus beta power 4. तो हम यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं? लेट्स सपोज सबसे पहले मुझे क्या चाहिए, और मुझसे यहाँ पूछा रहा है देन द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ऑल पॉसिबल वैल्यूज ऑफ a. So let's see, if I calculate here the product of roots and sum of roots. So what is the sum of roots here? That is alpha plus beta is always equals to minus b by a. What is b here? B is this and a is 1 here. So we are getting minus 60 power 1 by 4 divided by 1. So here we are getting, it is minus 60 power 1 by 4. And what is the product of roots? It is alpha into beta, that is c upon a. So it is a upon 1, that is a. बट नाउ व्हाट वी वांट द अल्फा पावर 4 बीटा पावर 4। तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, सम ऑफ रूट्स में अगर मैं स्क्वायर को ऑपरेट कर देता हूँ, सो व्हाट वी गेट द स्क्वायर टर्म हियर। सो इफ आई एम टेकिंग अल्फा प्लस बीटा होल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू माइनस 60 पावर 1/4 का होल स्क्वायर। सो व्हाट वी गेट अल्फा स्क्वायर प्लस बीटा स्क्वायर प्लस 2 अल्फा बीटा is equals to 60 power 1/2. Clear? And because we know that what is alpha beta is equals to a, so I can put this value here. So that's why we are getting alpha square plus beta square is equals to, it is square root of 60 minus 2a. Now if I take again the whole square because I want power 4, तो अगर मैं यहाँ पर फिर से इसका स्क्वायर ले लेता हूँ, then we get the power 4. So that's why if I have taken again the square value of this, then what we get alpha power 4 plus beta power 4 plus 2 alpha square beta square, which is equals to, we can say a square plus b square minus 2ab, so it is 4a times root 60 here. So because we know that alpha is power 4 plus beta power 4 is nothing but minus 30, so I can put this value here. So that's why it is minus 30 plus, and here it is a square because alpha beta is given to me, which is 60 plus 4a square minus 4a. What is root 60? Root 60 is nothing but 2 times root 15. So from here what we are getting, it is basically it is 2a square and it is 4a square. So from here we are getting 2a square, then it is minus 2 for the 8 root 15a, and here it is plus 90 is equals to 0. Now let's see the question. क्वेश्चन से हमसे क्या पूछा था? क्वेश्चन में हमसे कहा जा रहा है कि मुझे प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ऑल पॉसिबल वैल्यूज ऑफ ए फाइंड करना है। तो हमें जो इक्वेशन मिला है, ये कौन सा इक्वेशन मिला? इट इज अ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन इन ए। तो इसके जो भी रूट्स आएंगे वो ए की वैल्यूज ही आने वाली है, लाइक a1 a2। वो हमारे पास क्या आएगा, द रूट्स ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन विल बी ए। सो दैट्स वाई अगर मैं यहाँ पर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ए निकालता हूँ, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ ए, सो इट विल बी व्हाट, इट विल बी द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ रूट्स ऑफ ए। उसकी वैल्यू क्या होती है, दैट इज c अपॉन ए। वी नो द फॉर्मूला, एंड व्हाट इज c हियर 90 एंड व्हाट इज a हियर 2. So it will be 90/2. So that is 45 is our right answer. Now let's see the options. So option number A is my correct option in this question. Okay. So now let's see this question. This question has been asked in JEE 2025 examination. In this question, it's given that let alpha and beta be the roots of this equation, and basically it is gamma delta be the roots of this equation. So we have two equations, and then Pn and Qn are defined. Let's see. अब यहाँ पर हमारे पास न्यूटन्स आइडेंटिटी हम यहाँ पर लगा सकते हैं. Here also it is given the Newton's identity. Then we have to find this value. Now ऐसे क्वेश्चंस जब भी हमारे पास आते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम देखते हैं कि हमारे पास सबसे बड़ी वैल्यू क्या है, that is 25. So we will take n to be 25, and here also it is 25. Again we will see 25. So first of all write down the equations. देखिए इक्वेशन नंबर 1 हमें क्या गिवन है, सॉल्यूशन। अगर हम अल्फा बीटा की बात करें तो इक्वेशन हम 1 हमारे पास है एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस रूट 3x माइनस 16 इज इक्वल्स टू 0। एंड बिकॉज हमें यहाँ पर अल्फा बीटा किस में गिवन है, अल्फा बीटा का रिलेशन हम p से फाइंड करते हैं। अगर मैं यहाँ पे n की वैल्यू 25 ले लेता हूँ, बिकॉज वी हैव द n is greater 25, then what we get here with the help of this equation by Newton's identity, we can write it is p25, और you can say firstly अगर मैं यहाँ पर फॉर्मूला लिख लेता हूँ, so it becomes pn plus root 3 pn minus 1 minus 16 pn minus 2 is equals to 0. So from here what we are getting, p25 plus, it is root p24 minus 16 p23 is equals to 0. From here what we get, p25 plus root p24, and because what we want here 2 divided by p23, so it is written as equals to 16 times p23. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पर इसको 2 से डिवाइड कर दूँ, so what we get p25 plus root 3 p24 is divided by 2 p23. So what we get here, we get 8. तो हमें इसकी वैल्यू यहाँ पर मिल चुकी है, दैट इज 8. नाउ वी विल सी फॉर क्यू. तो क्यू हमें क्या गिवन है? क्यू हमारे पास गामा और बीटा के रूट से मिलकर बना हुआ है, और ये हमारे पास किस इक्वेशन से मिलता है? इस इक्वेशन से. सो लेट्स सी दिस इक्वेशन, दैट इज एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 3x माइनस 1. So if I solve here this equation, let's see. If we have a equation x square plus 3x minus 1 is equals to 0, and we have taken n to be 25 because n की largest value यहाँ पे 25 है, then what we will get in terms of q? It is basically q25 plus 3 q24 minus q23 is equals to 0. Now what we want is the relation q24 हमें यहाँ पर डिनोमिनेटर में चाहिए, तो मैं कैसे लिख सकता हूँ इसे? दिस कैन बी रिटन एज q25 minus q23 is equals to minus 3 times, it is q24. So this can be written as q25 minus q23 divided by q24 which is equals to minus 3. तो इसकी वैल्यू यहाँ पर हमें minus 3 मिल जाती है. This value becomes minus 3. So if I add these two things, that is 8 and minus 3, then what we will get? We get here, that is 5. So option number C is my correct answer in this question. Okay, so now let's see this question. This question has been asked in at basically JEE Mains 2025 examination. And this question is given that let the set of all values of P are real numbers for which both the roots of the equation this are negative real numbers be the interval alpha beta. Okay, so what is given to me? Basically we have set of all values of P बी द इंटरवल ऑफ दिस सेट. तो मुझे सबसे पहले क्या करना है? मुझे अल्फा एंड बीटा की वैल्यूज फाइंड करनी है जो कि हमारे पास इस इक्वेशन के रूट्स होंगे. सो फर्स्टली वी विल राइट डाउन दिस इक्वेशन. सी व्हाट इज दिस इक्वेशन हियर? मैं इस इक्वेशन को सबसे पहले यहाँ पे लिख लेता हूँ. लेट्स सी. इन दिस इक्वेशन इफ इट इज गिवन टू मी दैट ऑल द रूट्स आर बेसिकली बोथ रूट्स ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन आर नेगेटिव. तो अगर मैं यहाँ पर इस इक्वेशन के रूट्स मान लेता हूँ अल्फा, एंड एक रूट हम मान लेते हैं इसमें, let's suppose, and the root is beta, and both are negative. Alpha is negative and beta is also negative. So in this case अगर मैं यहाँ पे बात करूँ अल्फा प्लस बीटा की मीन सम ऑफ रूट्स, तो ये क्या होना चाहिए? ये भी हमारे पास नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. और अगर मैं यहाँ बात करता हूँ अल्फा इनटू बीटा की, देन व्हाट हैपन? दिस वैल्यू बिकम्स पॉजिटिव बिकॉज बोथ आर नेगेटिव. क्लियर? So in this case, what is alpha plus beta? It is minus b by a. So what happened here? What will be the minus b by a? It is p plus 2 divided by 1. It is less than 0. So it is p is less than minus 2. एक inequality यहाँ से मुझे मिल जाती है. From here it is c by a. What is c? It is 2p plus 9 by 1 is greater than 0. So from here we are getting p is greater than minus 9 by 2. One equality we will get from here. Clear? And because यहाँ पर जो हमारे पास अल्फा एंड बीटा हैं, दे आर रियल नंबर्स एंड दे आर डिस्टिंक्ट ऑल्सो. तो हमने देखा था कि जब कभी भी हमारे पास रियल नंबर्स एंड डिस्टिंक्ट रूट्स आते हैं तो उस केस में डिस्क्रिमिनेंट क्या होता है? डिस्क्रिमिनेंट विल बी ग्रेटर देन 0. बट यहाँ पे एक पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है कि मे बी अल्फा बीटा के बराबर हो जाए. सो व्हाट आई एम टेकिंग हियर, वी आर टेकिंग 0 ऑल्सो. सो डी इज इक्वल ग्रेटर देन 0. So in this case, what happened? Basically, this becomes b square minus 4ac. So what is b square? B is this. So it becomes p plus 2 whole square because negative becomes positive, minus because it is a whole square, and 4ac. A is 1 and c is 2p minus 9. So I can write it is basically plus 9, 2p plus 9, which is equal or greater than 0. So what we are getting? P square plus 4 plus 4p minus 4 times 2p plus 9, which is equal or greater than 0. So from here we are getting p square plus 4p plus 4, and here it is minus 8p minus 36 is equal or greater than 0. So from here we are getting p square. Now this becomes minus 8 and plus 4, so it is minus 4p, and here it is minus 32, which is equal or greater than 0. Clear? So from here what we are getting, this becomes p minus 8 into p plus 4. because 8 fours are 32. So I can write like this. So with the help of Wavy curve method, because this value is always, we are getting positive value. So if I apply Wavy curve method here, so what we get, let's see. If it, from here we are getting p is equals to 8, we can say, and from here it is getting minus 4. So let's suppose this value is minus 4 and this value is my 8. And what we want only positive, so it becomes positive, negative and positive. We will consider only positive sign here. Clear? We will consider only this thing, not this one, because हमें नेगेटिव यहाँ पर नहीं चाहिए. Now अगर मैं यहाँ पर लेट्स सपोज सभी वैल्यूज को पुट करता हूँ, व्हाट इज द इनइक्वालिटी हियर? p is greater than p is less than minus 2, where it will be minus 2 will lies here, and p is less than minus 2. So what is the meaning of this? Which means p की वैल्यू मैं यहाँ से इस साइड पर ले सकता हूँ. एंड 4 के लिए क्या हो जाएगा? 4 के लिए अगर मैं -4 की बात करूँ तो मुझे पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज चाहिए. 4 के लिए पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज यहाँ से मिल जाएंगी. 8 के लिए हमारे पास कैसी वैल्यूज मिलेंगी? लाइक दिस. नाउ एक इनइक्वालिटी हमें और मिली थी, दैट इज -9/2, which means you can say it is approximately -4.5. So where it will be -4.5, this will lies here, it is -9/2. और -9/2 क्या होना चाहिए? p is greater than this value, which means p की वैल्यू यहाँ से बड़ी हो जाएगी, like this. So what is the common area? अगर मैं यहाँ देखूँ, so this will be our common area in these three, this, and we can say like this will be our common area with the help of -4 and -9/2. So if this is our common area, so what we can write here, let's see. I can write that -9/2 and -4 will be our interval, like this. And if it is alpha and if it is beta, then what we want in the question, we want basically beta minus 2 alpha. So if I calculate this beta minus 2 alpha, so what we get, it is -4 and minus 2 times of -9/2. 2 will be cancelled out. Here it is -4 plus 9, so it is 5 is our answer. So let's see the options. Yes, option number A is my correct answer in this question. Thank you.